BassResinator here. I have my molds and shapes, round, rough and tough, rough and ready, what I can't remember exactly what it is, rough and something. I think it's rough and tough. Mold here, and I'm going to do a dirty pour. I watched Nayanika do some of these, and then Sandra took that to another level. And so I asked Sandra, hey, do you mind if I copy what you did? And she goes, no, go ahead. So I'm waiting for my resin to warm up. I did some cool things. First off, I'm going to use some obsidian, black obsidian. Is there another color? Maybe. I think there's a black and gold, but this is just black. For my stones in the middle, I'm going to use dirty pour. I'm going to use this cool bulb icing thing that I've used in the past. It's made out of silicone. It's real easy to clean out. But I'm going to use pigment pastes, not white. Suico Blue by Eye Candy, mixed with just a touch of interference powder, which Eye Candy's is called Ghost, and then Kokuyu Black with just a little bit of gold in it. So no blue, no white, sorry, it's just going to be black and blue. But the clear, I have just a hint, you can't see it in that camera, I have just a very small amount of aurora powder, so it's not going to be an actual clear. So I'm going to be playing around with this ethereal concoction. Okay, that is sitting at 90 degrees, so I'm going to put this over here. You can't see exactly what I'm doing, but I'm getting ready to mix up my colors into these smaller pots. I'm going to use an ounce and a half of each of these. I'm pouring it in. Seems like just a little over a month ago, well maybe it's a little bit more than that, middle of April, I hit 500 subscribers. And then it didn't take very long at all, and I was over 1,000. Well, I'm steadily closing in on 1,500. So when I get to 1,500, I'm going to do something special. I don't know exactly what, but those of you that are my subscribers, why don't you tell some other people? Okay, now I have way too much on there. I was just stirring it up. So I'm just going to leave what's on the sides, and that'll be plenty of paste so that it'll bloom. Phone call comes in and it is spam, wouldn't you know it? Okay, now I'm going to get a little bit of this ghost powder going in there, if I can get it open. And I don't want much, because I don't want this paste and stuff to be too heavy, but I want it to have a little bit of shimmer, because the paste is not going to be real shiny. What might cause it to be shiny is the aurora powder that's in the other. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing with the black. Stir it up a bit, and then take off and just leave what's on the sides. And then just a hint of gold. Gold interference. see. That's warming up. See, just that little bit of black that was on the side of the stick, wow, went all the way up there, is plenty of colorant. I don't want this to be a macabre set of coasters here. I want it to be really pretty. Piece is sticking on the sides. Okay, let me get after this one. And I'm not planning on putting all of what is in these little things into the bulb syringe thing. I want to leave a little bit out so that I can possibly pour around the edge. After I do my piping with that. That's not really that dark, but you know what? I don't care. Okay, what is this? Starting to feel kind of warm. Yep, I need to pour it in. Now there's just a hint of aurora going on in there, which is kind of cool. Let me pour this over here. Make sure I get them about balanced. I don't know if the light is getting caught by the lens like my eyes are doing, but it looks really neat. Okay, you know what? I'm going to save the rest of that. Do something special with it. Okay, so wow, that's definitely not center. And these are not little tiny gemstones. They're on the chunky side. Okay, so I got my special little silicone tool to help move those into place. My little resin rockers tool. Seeing these stones bring up the bubbles. So as I'm moving them into place, I'm trying to eliminate the bubbles. That one doesn't look too black. I know that obsidian comes in a black and gold, and that one almost looks like a black and gold. This is going to be on the darker side. And I'm leaving on this little bulb syringe, man, fancy glittery. I'm leaving the closed end on there while I pour these things in here. Okay. A little bit of black. A little bit of blue. A little more black. A little more blue. Okay, save the rest of that to go around one of them. The rest of that to go around one. Okay. I want that dripping all over my desktop here, my tabletop. Okay, now this little top just sits on and just push it down. And since this is all silicone, it makes it real easy to clean out. You just let it cure up and away you go. Okay, now that's ready to go there. I'm going to get these bubbles off. Haven't seen too much black yet. It's just that pretty blue. Go to this one. I'm going to go circles on this one. It's crazy, I don't see that black at all. Where did it go? You saw me pour it in there, right? That's crazy. Okay, going circles around the outside of that. There's a little bit of different color coming out now. do some of the little loopies in here. That is weird, how that black just disappeared. Now it's starting to come out, I think. Oh, that already blooming in there. Okay, get this. I want to follow the contours that I started on those little flower things. And then take those out. I can sort of see a hint of black, but maybe I should have put a little bit more black paste on there. It was looking gray. But I can sort of see it in here. Not much, but I can. I definitely put my own twist on this. Not what those other ladies did at all. That's okay. Now, remember I told you I saved that clear. I'm going to go with the black around this one. And the clear is going to be for something else. So you can see the black. It's just not real prominent. Now the blue around the edge on this one. And that'll help push those in, that other color. But this clear, I don't like that blobbishness right there. I'm going to do a little push. I don't have much room in there, but I want to do a little push. Expose those stones. Just a touch. I think that's going to be really pretty. What do you think? Well, I'm going to not lose all this extra resin that I have. So I'm going to get another mold out here real quick and try and do a bloom with it as well. And you can watch that. Mixed up some more resin to put as a back coat, and I'm using this holographic glitter from Tropical Glitz called Tulum. Really pretty stuff. I think it's going to bring out the colors. And bring out that those black stones in the middle. Well, I definitely domed them, but they're not spilling out, which is nice. And you can still see through it enough. Yeah. Pretty. Okay, we'll just let it to cure up, and then we'll get back at you. See you soon. All cured up. Now I did have a little spillage over the sides, so I may have to do a little bit of trimming. I tried cleaning it up as best I could, but see, I've got a little bit right there. Let's get this one out. Oh man. That looks so pretty. Good night, Irene. I had a student named Irene. She kept saying, "How come you say that, sir?" And I'm like, it's an old phrase. Oh, wow. See, this one had more black. This one had just little wisps of it. And then that holographic glitter is filling in any of the spots that you can still see the bloom that took place. But that glitter fills in everything. Man, this is just some serious sparkly. Maybe too much for some people. I like it. I'm going to take some pictures when the sun comes up. And that obsidian. And you see that one right there? I'm thinking it was a black and gold obsidian. Anyway, I consider that a good result. Well, look at this one. This has got, this is the black is all around on the outside, and this has got the blue. I just noticed that. Yeah, slick. Okay, thank you subscribers. Thank you other people who just follow along. Should be a subscriber. I've got some things going on in the works that are going to get your attention, so subscribe away. It's free. And everything that I used is in the description. You can go to Molds and Shapes and see some of their molds, specifically this one, because this is the one I've got listed. But you can go there and look at. If you're in the United States, the shipping is expensive, so if you're going to purchase from them, get 3 or 4 molds if at all possible, combine them together. Or if you've got a friend that wants to get 1 or 2, go together on it and pay that shipping together so that it doesn't cost you an arm and a leg. But they're very, very good molds. Yes, I'm liking this. Okay, I'll do a little bit of trim work on these, clean up the mold with some tape, and that's a wrap. We'll see you for the next one.